everyone, welcome to Oakkey's kitchen table. It's nice to have you along. Thank you everyone who's been watching my videos and subscribed and liked and made comments. It's been really lovely and it's something I really look forward to after a video, so thank you, you are appreciated. Now it's been one of those weeks. I've had a lot going on. Interesting things to do with the sale of the previous property. So I'm a little bit behind, so I'm playing catch up here. I've already been paid, but it's time to do this stuff. I need to show you how I'm allocating my money. So $860, like usual, and we'll give it a count. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 500 and 50, 600. 20, 40, 60, 80, 700, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 800, and 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, $860. And it's been a bit of a doozy with spending, as you'll see in a minute. You'll probably scratch your head and just shake your head at me, but it is what it is, and we do our best, don't we? So the rent's the same as always, $400. 400 for the first one. Home insurance is 10. Okay. So my power bill has been paid, which was really satisfying to know that all the cash was there. So $40 going in as usual there. And there was 30 left over, so now I have 20, 40, 60, $70 in there. The water bill, it should be coming up soon because it's almost, well, it's 2.5 months I've been in, so it should be soon. So 15 being added there. And that gives me 110, 20, 30, 35, 140. Touch wood, that's enough, touch wood. My phone bill, I'm coming very close to both the end of the billing period and the end of my data, so any day now it's going to be one or the other, and the money's there, it's fully funded at 40. Transportation, I did use the bus and it did yank $5 out of my bank account to go onto my transport card, so I'll put the extra 5 in there. Okay, my health and personal care, I had a bit of a spendy week and it went over what I have, so I would have been adding 30 to it, but because I have an IOU there of 5, I'm able to sort of knock that out this week. It's not very much, so they're going off to the wild blue yonder. Bye-bye. It's nice to be able to take those out. Where do you see the next one, big one? It's out. My clothing was fine this week. I'm adding 15. There's a big sale at my local op shop on the weekend, and I'm hoping to get some bargains there. So that'll be 10, 20, 30, $40. Might even dip into my personal spending if there's some really good stuff. Birthdays and gifts, I'm adding 15. So there is 50, 60, 70, 75, 80, $85. Okay, home and maintenance, I did again overspend. That's some things, I had a home inspection due, so I did have to buy some bits and pieces to make it all nice for the inspection. Didn't get any feedback, so I'm hoping that no news is good news, hopefully. So I would normally be adding 10, but I'm going to not add anything and change this to an IOU of 5. So they're going bye-bye with the others, because I don't expect to need to spend anything this week. And if it does, it'll just have to come out of my personal spending. So this is the big one. Still dealing with solicitors over the sale of my previous property, and I made the decision to get a post office box for privacy reasons. So that was very expensive and I didn't have the money for that. So there's a massive IOU on this of $265, which I'll just show you. 175, 250, 65, 265 owing. So I am, instead of adding 20, I am going to still add 10. Should have actually made that more clear. And get rid of 10 of the debt. And hopefully I can clear that as I go. So bye-bye to that. And these IOUs go back in with $10. Not happy about the IOUs, but this is where we are. Okay, passports, travel and ID, I'm adding 15 as usual. So that will be 20, 30, 40, 45, 50 in there. I did make that really big spend. So the money was all there. Always so satisfying when all the money is there. $390 odd went. So ouch, gulp, had to be done. Home insurance for this year, $10 putting away for that bill coming up in December. So 50, 60, 70, 80 in there now. Okay, brand new one, charity. So last year I took part in a drive by Share the Dignity called It's in the Bag, and I prepared a go bag, if you like, for women fleeing domestic violence. And that's just, you know, when they arrive at the shelter, to have the bare necessities. So a nice bag and shampoo and conditioner, soap, deodorant, period products, the things that we would take for granted. And I feel really positively about this charity. And their next big drive is for March at Woolworths supermarkets. They are collecting period products of any kind. So I made the decision I wanted to put $5 a week away for them each week. And I haven't done that since the end of the drive. A lot on my mind, and to be honest, I completely forgot to budget for that. So I'm considering myself $50 behind on this. And I want to be up to date by the end of March so that I can put everything that I've saved by then into those period product boxes, the big pink boxes, which will be at Woolworths. So instead of adding the 5 for this week, I am going to call myself only $45 behind. And that's going with that. Plus I would need to add another 5. Excuse me while I just make change off camera. So, and that would also be going in for this week. Okay. Then my food, I did have $35 left, so I need to add 85. And if I can still count, that should be 120. Let's see, 50, 70, 90, 100, and 10, 15, 20. And my personal spending, which got emptied as part of the post office box thing. So 50, 70, 80 going in there. And that leaves me 100 left for saving. And that's going into my 100 envelope challenge, which I will film soon. There was $7 left over, so we have 107 now. It all adds up, right? It all adds up. And that's it for this week. I hope you all have a really, really good week, that you're looking after yourselves, that you're healthy and happy. And I will see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.